Welcome to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We're live inside Muscatine Hy-Vee on 2nd Avenue in Muscatine, streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Now, here's Tony Tone.
Good morning, everyone. Joel Krausar, day number 4, guest host at Hy-Vee Today here at your Muscatine Hy-Vee store, sitting in for Tony Tone. Big thank you again to Hy-Vee for having me spend some time with you each morning these last couple of days. And today we've got a fun-filled show, a couple guests. We're going to call it K squared today because we have two Kelseys, our guests today. Kelsey Brackett will be our first guest this morning to talk a little bit about the Muscatine Soapbox Derby, as well as Kelsey Stafford will be here to talk about park and rec stuff, primarily the swimming pool, which I know folks are getting excited about. Summer, it's going to be a beautiful, hot day today, so people are going to maybe be thirsting for a dip in the pool today. But we'll talk a little bit more about when the pool gets opened up a little bit later on in the show. And then Chef Tess is always here to help us out and chat every once in a while. And we've got a big announcement for tomorrow's show that it's been finalized. It's going to happen. And there's your teaser. And I'll touch base on maybe a little showdown coming up tomorrow. But our first guest this morning is Kelsey Brackett, city councilman, as well as entrepreneur in the community and employee in the community and longtime Muscatine resident. And you kind of jumped on board with the Soapbox Derby, which has been a great success, I want to say, the last 2 years. And it needed some push to be going for this third year. Your group has been able to keep that going, and the 4th of July, we're going to be rolling down 3rd Street yet again this year.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, we're really excited to bring this back again for a 3rd year. We're trying to expand on what we had the past couple of years. Now, I wasn't involved in the leadership the first 2 years. I had been a driver, team leader, and just really enjoyed the event. And some of the folks that had been part of the original Leadership Muscatine group that brought the Derby back got involved in other things. So a couple of them moved away. So there was a little bit of flux in the leadership there. So Brian Steinman and I jumped in and said, hey, we can't let this go. So it's way too much fun. So in addition to keeping it going, we're going to add some events this year. So we've got a youth division. So that's ages 10 to 15 can now race as well. We've got some people already signed up for that, coming in from out of state even, and that's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to do events in between the races. So last year and the year before, the races tended to just go boom, 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 one after another without any breaks in the middle. So this year we're going to start the heat. Each heat is going to start at the beginning of the hour. Okay. And so then we'll have a little bit of gap in between to kind of keep things organized and not have the drivers get so wore out. But it'll also allow us to do some crowd-based events. So, think adult big wheels. Racing down Iowa Avenue, on the flat section. We're not going to try and put people out of the crowd on big wheels going down the hill.
Are they actual bigger big wheels, or are they kid big wheels that adults are having to ride?
No, these are big wheels. Okay. And then we're looking also to do some similar child events, for just kids in the crowd, and little teaser prizes, things like that. Some prizes from businesses in the community, things like that for those events. And just a lot of fun, and then what we're going to do is we're going to also do the preliminary heats all before the parade. Okay. We're going to break for the parade, and then we'll have the finals after the parade.
Okay, so that'll be something to kind of fill that, because there is sometimes a gap between the end of the parade and the symphony concert and then the fireworks, which we just talked a little bit about yesterday on the show. Or 2 days ago on the show. That's one of those things with the Soapbox Derby that it's really a unique thing that has started here in Muscatine, that you're going to come back to Muscatine. I know that I've got younger kids, and the first year they had it, we were in town, we were able to go to it, and my kids loved it. It's such a neat family event. It's free. You don't have to pay to get in.
Right.
And you kind of get to see your town in a way you've never really seen it before. You go walk by CBI Bank and Trust, and where the finish line is. Every day you're there, you're not seeing cars racing down that hill. Right. And it's just kind of a cool way to have a good fun day on the 4th of July.
Yeah. So we hope to see a lot of people come out to watch. We're looking for additional drivers, additional teams in the event. You can get information about it from muscatinederby.com. Go on our Facebook page. Registration is pretty quick and easy. There is a fee for that, but we also have people that are interested in being sponsors for drivers. So if the fee and getting a car going, is a little too expensive for somebody, but they've got the time, talent, and the energy, they should reach out to us, and we can help place them with a sponsor.
I think some of the opportunities for creativity are so enjoyable with the Soapbox Derby. You have the very serious racers.
Oh yeah,
you have
absolutely.
the professional cars. Some come in from in town, some have come in from out of town. I know Trey Purdy's car that he was racing last year was a lot of fun to watch go down.
Oh, yeah.
And a local guy, and then you have some of the groups from Kansas and Oklahoma have come up.
Yeah.
But then you have I can't remember the guys that made it. It was the replica of the Dumb and Dumber car, the sheepdog.
And that car is possibly available to be driven by someone else. That car is up for grabs. And if somebody is interested in driving that car, I think that we could accommodate that.
That would almost be like a cool charity thing. Like you could raise some money, and the highest bidder gets to drive the car.
Yeah, and that's something, we are looking to add some charity giving to this event. As a new group took it over this year, we want to just keep it going.
Sure.
And add some new flavor to it, essentially. But, we are looking for ideas moving forward to be able to use the event to give back to the community and more than just the event itself.
Well, and this now have delving into the municipal government now as
Sure.
in your month 5 of being on the city council. A lot of times it can be you guys get bogged into the budgets and all the serious decisions that a city council has to make, but you get to see also some of the other fun, unique opportunities that the city does, because the city has to back this 100% too, and the city of Muscatine has really supported this type of event.
Yeah, and it's a good event. There's other things that we have going on, and I think that your next guest will be able to talk to some of the other ongoing fun activities for the youth and whatnot in the community. But it is a great chance to bring people together. To come watch. There's no fee. And really the cost to get involved in the actual race. Might be, like I said, might be a little bit much for some folks. We do, like I said, we have sponsors. So it's an event really where you can bring all kinds of people together. And that's what I like about it. So.
Well, and I think adding that youth division, the 10 to 15-year-old driver division, I mean, you think about these first Lego leagues and these robotics teams that are spawning in our community schools and through Iowa State Extension. There's a lot of kids out there who are using their minds creatively to engineer and to build things like this, and this is just another vehicle, pun intended, for them to be able to expand that knowledge base.
Yeah, and people can get creative with it too, because we do have the art cars. So and that you're not really going for speed there. You've got leeway for weight on those, so you can go up in weight. You can have 2 people on the car, and that's a lot of fun. We've seen different things. From crazy heavy metal looking rock and roll outfits on a dual seated vehicle, to the mutt car like you talked about, and there's openings for things like I think it was last year, might have been the year before, I don't remember at this point. We had one vehicle that shot confetti out as it went down through through an air cannon. And things like that. As long as it doesn't affect the speed of the vehicle, as long as it doesn't speed up the vehicle, I should say. If it slows you down, that's fine. But as long as it doesn't add propulsion to the vehicle, you can pretty much do it.
Well, and that's the thing. So you mentioned a little bit about registering, going on and registering at is it Derby?
MuscatineDerby.com. And also on the Muscatine Derby Facebook page. Either way, there's a registration link.
And there's limits to what you can spend on the car.
We took that away.
Okay, you
did?
Okay.
We actually took that away. We found that we had a lot of people that would get donated items and things like that. It's kind of hard to account for. We're not racing for money. We're racing for prestige and fun. So we took the spending cap off. It was a hard thing to really stick to, as far as how do you account for certain items? How do you some people have access to equipment and supplies that others don't.
Right.
That I might have to go out and purchase a milling machine if I wanted to do certain things. Right. Well, that's not reasonable. But other people might have access to one, and that's just kind of the nature of how this event's going to go.
And I think about the community too, and the guys who have been involved the first few years. I know my friend Troy Stinky Philpott, who has done 2 cars. he's a dirt track race car driver. He's a welder. He's got some of the skills to do that himself. But he's also the kind of guy, and some of these other people, if you wanted to build a car, if you contacted into the soapbox derby community, some of these guys who have the tools and the skill, they would probably help you. I mean,
exactly.
Everybody wants this event to be successful and to be a thriving event, and it's been fun watching that community really get around this, because it is. I grew up here. I didn't remember anything like this. I remember Great River days. They used to have the hospital bed races, and that was the only thing I really remember. And the soapbox derby is really a unique way to get everybody involved in the community.
And it is, like you said, it is a good community of folks. You know, we compete, but at the same time, you know, we just want to have fun with it.
And the businesses have all gotten behind it. You know, there's been, you talk about some sponsors.
Oh, absolutely. We've had really good sponsors. Hy-Vee's been a good sponsor as well. You know, just to point that out while I'm sitting here. Last year, I know they helped feed all the racers a lunch, and you know, all the volunteers a lunch, and that was really great, because when you're in the middle of all that, you know, kind of.
Yeah, it can be kind of hectic.
Kind of be hectic, you know. And we're always looking for new sponsors. You know, this event, we don't try to make money off of it. We just want to keep it going, you know. And so our goal is to try and keep it as affordable for the participants as possible, free for the public, and just a good thing for the community. So,
is it going to be the same course as last year? I know the second year they moved it back a block to get a little bit more speed on the hill.
It'll be the same course as last year for the adult group. We are going to bring it down the hill partway for the youth group, because we did have a couple of crashes last year. I think we all learned from that a little bit. You know, no serious injuries, although Brian's arm might argue that a little bit.
I was going to say, it was ironic. Is that the right word? That the Public Works Department car is one of the ones that tipped over. On maybe a rough spot at the end of the finish line, which is just
no
funny.
Comment there.
I give Brian a hard time about that. It's a fun event, the Muscatine Soapbox Derby. It's the 4th of July. What's the deadline to get signed up?
Deadline to get signed up is June 22nd. We have our safety check on June 23rd. So that, you know, you got to be making your car already. Well, not already. You got to be thinking about it. Get moving and have the car functional, but it doesn't have to be pretty by June 23rd. You know, you just got to sign up by June 22nd.
The brakes have to work.
Yeah, you got to be able to move forward, turn, and stop. Those are the primary requirements for June 23rd, and then you can tweak it after that.
And you get all the specs from the car and what your requirements are at the muscatinederby.com.
Correct.
It's the brake units. I know, because I've been on the site. I mean, there's a very specific.
Well, there's
very
specific requirement that you can't have. We can't do Fred Flintstone brakes. No drag brakes, no foot brakes. You know, you've got to have something that grabs the wheel.
Sure.
Or causes friction on the wheel or the axle. Can't drag on the ground. Is the main thing.
I do think that somebody needs to make the Flintstone mobile, though.
That would be that could be fun as long as it's the appropriate brakes, and then we're good to go.
Absolutely.
You know, we've seen some pretty interesting cars in the race. There's been there's one that looked like From the Life Aquatic, I think. There's been slightly updated Dukes of Hazzard style. There's been what was the bobsled, the Jamaican bobsled? Cool Runnings. There was a Cool Runnings car.
I think, one of the Corey Gorsuch drove that car. I remember that.
Yeah, and my team went with a slightly more classic style. We did a teardrop shaped wood body. I've handed that off to someone else and see what they do with it this year, because I'm not.
I was gonna say, are you not gonna race this year?
I'm not gonna lead a team. If I get pulled in as a driver, I'll be happy. It is a lot of fun. Last year was a big difference for my team from the previous year. The previous year we came in maybe second to last. Like I said, we went for style. We didn't go for speed that year. Oh, okay. We went for speed. We just failed on that. So. Year 2, though, we did we did a lot better. We got, I think I got up to close to 32 miles an hour, and
that's moving
coasting down the hill.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because you think about it, I've gone that fast on my bike, but I've been in a high gear pedaling down the hill to get to that speed.
Well, the speed limit on that street is 25. You know, and we're coasting down it. You know,
breaking the law.
I know we had some people that were hoping to reach 40 miles an hour this year. And I kind of hope they don't, but we'll see. You know, somebody reaches 40 miles an hour, maybe we'll have to find a special prize for that alone.
Well, and that'd be that's flying down that hill. And the other thing is too is I know last year they added the tow rides back up to the top of the hill for drivers too. They were much more efficient
Yes.
in how they got the cars
Yes.
back up the hill. So each year it's become a cleaner,
Right.
a more efficient event. And that's just the nature of the beast when you think about these big creative undertakings like the Soapbox Derby here in Muscatine. It's just a way for our community to just keep coming together, and it's always fun to see that those streets lined with people, and weather obviously is a factor. In the last 2 years, we've had beautiful weather.
Yeah, last year was pretty hot.
It was hot, but it's the
pretty
4th
hot.
of July. I mean,
But
what do you expect?
4th of July, Iowa. It's
It's going to be 90 degrees today on May 24th.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
You're alone up here on the on the desk for excited about that.
It's cold in here.
Yeah, I
I mean,
like it cold.
refrigeration, it makes sense.
That's true.
Got to keep the food
Yeah,
fresh.
you got Captain John and his seafood bunker over there. You need that
we are
fresh
next
ice.
to the ice.
Yeah, they just put it in. He talked about it yesterday on the show. Fresh ice every morning. Kelsey Brackett from the Muscatine Soapbox Derby in with us again. Go to muscatinederby.com. Get signed up for your team. How big or small can the teams be? Can you get like a whole NASCAR pit crew for your team? Or
You
are there
can
limits on that?
have a great big team, but we do ask that people have at least 3 people: a driver, a pit crew person, and somebody as a runner, volunteer type person. We like to see each team provide a volunteer for at least some part of the day to help out with the actual running of the event. So if you can't do that for some reason or another, we can work with you, but we do ask that people do that. But 3 people really is kind of the minimum size of the team, just for safety reasons and logistics.
Great.
So.
Kelsey Brackett, thanks for coming in this
Thank
morning.
you.
And please get signed up for the Muscatine Soapbox Derby. It's the 4th of July. And I think that's really cool how you're breaking that up. You're going to have the heat start at the top of every hour, fun activities. I was hoping they weren't adult big wheels because I have the perfect adult technique on a kid's big wheel, and I'll share it with the audience. You have to put your legs over the handlebars and steer underneath your knees.
Oh, there we go.
My fraternity may or may not have had a Greek Olympics in college where that was an event. And so I mastered that technique, and
I'll keep that in mind.
So there you go. If you want to use little big big wheels, or if you ever find yourself in a situation where you have to survive while riding a child's big wheel, that's how you do it as a grown person. Kelsey, thanks so much
Thanks,
for
Joel.
Coming out. Appreciate it. Our next guest will be Kelsey Stafford. I am going to throw it over though to Chef Tess real quick, as she's over here getting some. Is that zucchini or cucumbers you're chopping up there?
Cucumber.
Cucumber, getting all set up, and that's cucumber is a vegetable that I'm on the fence on. I'm a pickle guy. Raw cucumber, I'm not the biggest fan of.
No?
I don't know why. Am I missing something? It's great water content.
Yeah.
Keep you hydrated.
I like to use it in like salsas. Like if you do like a really nice like fish taco, whether it be grilled or fried, and you almost make like a pico de gallo with cucumber as the base instead of tomato.
Okay.
So then you've got like that whole like Mexican flair going on. That might be a different style that would suit your fancy a little more than just eating it, like an
I can see
apple.
that. It might be a hard sell. I'll be totally honest. But I appreciate the tip.
No
I'll
problem.
try it maybe someday.
Yeah, maybe.
But no. I get it from my dad. My dad's not a big cucumber guy either. So maybe that's one of those nature versus nurture things where
It could be.
I just was exposed to the negativity of it as a child.
It definitely could
and
be.
so just it kind of creeped into my brain. Is that the placebo effect? I don't know. I'm not a psychiatrist or a psychologist. Need Hal Green to answer that question, who is our guest on Monday. But our new guest who just hopped in is Kelsey Stafford from the Muscatine Parks and Rec Department. Kelsey, welcome to Hy-Vee today. You guys are getting into one of your busiest times of year, which is summer, because everyone wants to use the parks in Muscatine because they're so wonderful. But one of the biggest, it's a marquee facility for the community. It's a marquee facility really in southeast Iowa, and that is the Muscatine Aquatic Center. And is that opening up this weekend?
It is, yep, this Saturday.
Okay, so we're ready to go. We got swimming lessons, all that. But, with the Aquatic Center, do you know about how many people a year utilize that facility? It seems like it just keeps growing more and more each year.
Yeah, that I'm not sure of, but it's in the thousands for sure. Tens of thousands, I think.
And I know that there's some kids, some schools had field trips there this week to kind of do maybe soft opens for the lifeguards and all that. And,
Yep.
it's really a facility that gets utilized. So what are some things this year? What are the hours of the aquatic center?
So it's every day noon to 8, and then people can do their parties either before we open or after. So that'd be in the morning or after 8 o'clock. They can do parties there for an hour and a half. So sometimes we have extended hours for our lifeguards, but regular hours are noon to 8 every day.
So what are, if I wanted to do a party at the aquatic center, what's that process? Is it calling the Parks and Rec department?
Yep, so you can do it over the phone with us at the office, or you can just stop in. So it's $150 for 50 people for an hour and a half. So if you want to have more than 50 people, we add $50, and then you can do an extra half hour for $50 as well.
Okay. So that's something I didn't realize you could do. I knew some businesses had rented it out, but I kind of thought maybe that was a special agreement. I didn't know that anybody can have a party there at the Muscatine Aquatic Center. What's your favorite slide to go down?
I'd have to say the drop slide, definitely.
Is that yeah?
Living dangerously.
I haven't done that one yet. My kids are too little. I have
Yeah.
to go first and demonstrate. I'm that dad who has to do that.
Yep.
And I don't have my little ones aren't quite ready to do that one yet, so I haven't had to experience it. That's got to be fun though. You go straight out and then just
Yep, drop down pretty far though, so you got to be prepared.
I am a water park fan. I am a swimming pool fan, but it's just when I was a kid, you just had one diving board and maybe like a really high diving board.
Mm-hmm.
Now there's just so much for these kids to do there.
Oh yeah, the zero depth area is awesome too. So even the little kids can go in there, and they have a slide there and everything. So very fun.
The lifeguards at the Muscatine Aquatic Center do a great job of. Obviously, they have a very important job. There's a lot of people to watch. There's a lot of things that need to be monitored. But they do a nice job, too, of making sure the kids are having fun as well.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Are you guys still needing staffing for the summer, or is there still opportunities for people to get part-time jobs or
We're
full-time
always
jobs?
looking for lifeguards, so there's a couple classes coming up here in the area. I think there's one in Cedar Rapids, first weekend in June, if anyone is interested in signing up for that. We have a couple spots left for lifeguards. Otherwise, I think we're pretty fully staffed, and we've been working on our training these past couple weeks, so definitely ready to get it open.
Now, with swimming lessons, that's a very important part of the summer as well. How do kids get signed up for swimming lessons?
They can go online, so to our website, muscatineiowa.gov, and they can use our ActiveNet. There's a link on the page to go online and sign up for that. You can also call the office. 263-0241 is the phone number, and you can stop in and we can take care of you there as well.
So, Kelsey, how long have you been with the City of Muscatine and the Park and Rec Department?
Since January.
So you're new.
Yep.
That's why
It's
Rich
gonna be my
sent
first.
you.
That's right. First summer.
So, did you come from this area, or are you from a different part of the country?
I grew up in a small town called Prophetstown in Illinois.
Okay.
So I started as a lifeguard there actually when I was 15. So I was guarding there at their park district, and then I went to Iowa City for college, and I worked in Iowa City for the City of Iowa City and City of Coralville as well. So I was around all the pools in that area for the last couple of years, and then was lucky enough to get this job.
So kind of aquatic management is kind of where you have found your niche. And
Yes.
When you think about, you started out as a lifeguard, what has kind of been that draw? Why do you see it as such an important thing for communities to have?
Well, summer is all about swimming, really. So that's a great thing for kids to do. So much fun, and being a lifeguard, you gain your skills, learn how to have life-saving skills, CPR and first aid and all that stuff. Basically just helping people, and I think a lot of our guards out at the Aquatic Center feel that way too. They like to have a service that they can provide to the community, and like you said, thousands of people coming through every summer, so it's a great opportunity to just serve your community.
And again, the Aquatic Center is going to open up this weekend, Memorial Day weekend. It's always a big weekend for swimming pools, and it looks like the weather is going to be swimming pool worthy.
Fantastic.
It's going to be warm. It's going to be great for kids to get out and families to get out. And I think that's the thing. It's a great family activity.
Absolutely.
As well. You should probably see lots of siblings and moms and dads and grandmas and grandpas who are taking their kids to the swimming pool. We're looking at some of the pictures of the Aquatic Center, which is just an outstanding facility there located in Weed Park. And it's one of those things that this kicks off the year that you know that it's going to happen. And we are happy to have Kelsey Stafford with the City of Muscatine here with us. Were those guys doing like some dance? Was that a dance party going on there?
We have fun out there.
That's pretty good. That's a pretty good shot right there. I feel like Tony Tone and I should try to recreate that sometime. But I don't know between these if knees will let us do that. But we've got again, Kelsey with the City of Muscatine is here with us. So with the different levels of swimming lessons, what parents might say, when should I start? When do I get my kid involved? When do I get my kid in the pool? I know there's multiple ways for parents to do that.
Yes, so we have our infant classes, so I would say start as early as you can. It's a lifelong skill, so getting them in the water and getting them comfortable. Actually, you would be surprised how comfortable babies are in water. So for that one, obviously, we ask the parents to get in the water as well and just kind of getting them used to the water there. We have our preschool lessons, and then once kids turn 6, they can do the Red Cross levels. So we do Red Cross swimming lessons out there. And first, just kind of getting comfortable with the water, jumping in by themselves, going underwater, doing breath control and that stuff. And then we progress through all the strokes all the way up to level 5.
And when you think about it, it's not just a recreational skill. I mean, this is, you don't want to talk about it, but it is a survival skill.
Yes, it is.
Needing to know how to swim is something that hopefully you never have to use it in a survival situation. But, being able to tread water and be comfortable in the water, because you never know. You just never know if you might be in a situation where you need to keep afloat for a while.
Absolutely.
And it's a good, important skill to have. I know I have one going into level 2 this year.
There you go.
Very thrilled to have passed level 1. And those are, again, are skills that will last a lifetime, and they will stay with you forever.
Yep.
Were you a swimmer, like competitive swimmer as well?
I did when I was in middle school. I was on the competitive team. My high school was so small that we didn't have a team in high school. But yes, I did when I was younger.
Yeah,
it was a lot of fun.
It's a great sport to get kids involved in,
is.
and the Muscatine Aquatic Center is a great place to develop those skills throughout the year. Plus, you can shoot some hoops while you're in the pool too. So if you're apt to do like that. Again, Kelsey, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Check out the City of Muscatine website. The Parks and Rec link is a very valuable Park and Rec resource, because you can go and you can sign up for swimming lessons. You can sign up for other park and recreation activities throughout the summer. I know there's adult sand volleyball, which I believe sign up for that is over. But it's a great, I'm on there all the time, because I didn't realize the breadth of programs that the Park and Recreation Department has here in Muscatine. And we have some of the best facilities in the state, if not the Midwest. And Kelsey, a huge part of keeping those up and going here in the City of Muscatine. So Kelsey, again, thanks so much for coming over. We're going to send it over to the Toyota of Muscatine cart cam, and we're going to head over to aisle 6 into the Spice aisle. That's where our Toyota Muscatine cart cam is going to head that way. And the reason that I'm sending her to aisle 6 is because, and Chef Tess just walked away for a second, but tomorrow, it has just been finalized, it's been announced, we are having a burger cook-off between myself and Chef Tess, and you never know what spices from aisle 6 are going to be utilized in that. And we're going to, in fact, have some secret ingredients that she and I aren't going to know about until it's time to get rolling on Friday morning. We're going to kick off our Memorial Day weekend with a burger cook-off between myself and Chef Tess. Again, Joel Krausar from Affordable Metal Manufacturing here sitting in for Tony Tone on Hy-Vee today, as it's May 24th already. Ryan, can you believe that we're almost done with the month of May already? School gets out next week. Graduation for Muscatine is this weekend. Hey, there's store director Jim Simmons doing his rounds throughout the store this morning. We were supposed to have the opportunity to talk to Jake Hardman with the bakery, but we had to change the schedule a little bit. Jake not able to be with us this morning because he's very busy making graduation cakes. It's not too late, I think, to get your custom cake ordered if you need something. I'll be honest, the Hy-Vee Bakery has bailed me out several times with getting a 24-hour turnaround on a cake. And it's a great resource in our community. You can get your graduation cake. Maybe you've got that graduation party coming up in a couple weeks. Maybe you're doing it after graduation. Or maybe you just have some summer birthdays that you need to get ready for. The Hy-Vee Bakery is ready to go to help you with those needs. And so now we've got the cart cam coming up where some of the honey and barbecue sauce and pickles and the condiment aisle. Condiments make the burger, guys. We talk about it a lot. That's how you can kind of elevate your sandwich. Use your Worcestershire sauce, your mayonnaise. Mayonnaise is a great base for a lot of different things. It's, I know that I've learned from talking to my friends in the culinary world. The CBI Bank and Trust. We've got the CBI Bank and Trust aisle cam coming up. There's Chef Test. What you got? Is that spinach?
It's a spring mix.
Spring mix. So you got some arugula in there, and
this one doesn't have arugula. Some of them do. This one it's mostly a spinach blend.
Nice. A good salad. So you got some catering going on today, then, right?
Hickory House does. The kitchen does.
Okay.
I'm helping their team out today with a bigger lunch catering in like a factory style warehouse.
Nice.
So it's pretty cool. It'll be fun. So I'm just getting their salad ready. They're taking care of pretty much everything else. I'm just doing the salad.
So
today.
you're kind of like culinary special forces sometimes. You get called in. You get called in for the special projects.
Yeah, for sure.
You're Chef Test Team 6 over there, getting everything ready, getting stuff. I was just talking about our challenge, our cook-off.
Okay.
That's going to be tomorrow. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to get some secret ingredients, and we'll have to use them. And you and I are going to go head to head. I got to find a cool apron like you have, though.
I probably have a spare one.
You got a spare one?
Well, I mean, I do have a spare one. Yeah. I definitely.
I might have one at home. I think I have one that's embarrassing, but I might wear it.
Okay.
We'll see. I got to figure out a way to.
Got to dress the part.
I have no shame. Basically, is what it all boils down to. So I think I got one I can pull out of the closet. So chopping up some radishes there. There's our CBI Bank and Trust aisle cam here on Hy-Vee today. Watermelons, good thing to have this weekend. $3.99. Also, the 3-day sale starts today. I've got that pulled up here. You know, $16.99 for Bush Light, $5.99 Hy-Vee cooked shrimp. You can grab some of that. The bone-in pork shoulders are $1.28 a pound, and that's a great value for that, as well as your Johnsonville smoked sausage and bratwursts, $3.99. Looking at this, the 3-day sale again, which starts today and goes through Saturday. It looks like here on the Hy-Vee ad, and there is that Fuel Saver Perks ad. Those pork tenderloins, $4.99, plus you get 10 cents off your Fuel Saver. That is Wednesday. That started yesterday, and that goes through next week. And then you've got the burritos, 15 for $10. That's something you get now. You throw them in the freezer. You buy a bunch of them, and you throw those in the freezer, and that's a good summer lunch all year long, all summer long for your kids who are home. Then mix it in with the party bag of veggies, so they've got some fresh vegetables to go along with those summer lunches. I think that's the key, is you can eat healthy when you shop ahead and you plan ahead, and it's a good way to do that because that's already done for you. It's all mixed. Those Fuel Saver values you can't pass up. Those fresh made kitchen salads, $4.99 a pound, plus you get 10 cents off on your Fuel Saver plus perks. If you haven't gotten the perks card yet, get switched over, because it's so much more than just a fuel saver. There's lots of opportunities to get other special deals throughout the store. And if maybe you can't get to the grocery store this weekend, and you've got that opportunity to you still want to take advantage of these deals, go to Hy-Vee aisles online. You can order it from your cubicle, folks. Maybe you're listening on your Facebook live stream while you're doing some work today. You can get onto the Hy-Vee aisles online on one of your breaks. You can order your groceries and pick them up at the store on your way home tomorrow, or when you have a break, or even have them delivered. Pick that time. So don't forget, you've got that opportunity to work it into your busy work day and not have to do the shopping yourself. You can get that all worked out. You got those delish sub sandwiches for $5. Just anything you need in the Hy-Vee ad. Sturzing's potato chips, 4 for $10. That's a barbecue win right there. You get 4 bags of Sturzing's potato chips and 4 cents off on your Fuel Saver. Again, big thank you to our guests this morning, Kelsey Brackett, talking about the Muscatine Soapbox Derby. One of my favorite events of the year is that Muscatine Soapbox Derby. We're going to have cars racing down 3rd Street come 4th of July, so it's not too late. June 22nd is the registration deadline. Safety inspections are June 23rd, so you might want to be planning ahead and get signed up. MuscatineDerby.com, or go to Muscatine Derby Facebook page. Both have a link to get signed up for the Derby and get signed up for your swimming lessons and get ready for the Muscatine Aquatic Center. Kelsey Stafford from the Muscatine Park and Rec Department setting us up to talk about all the summer fun. And, parks, take advantage of our wonderful parks here in Muscatine. We have the new trails that go all around our city, starting at Discovery Park, Weed Park. Riverside Park is just growing and such a great place to spend some family time and get outside this summer as the weather gets nicer. The bike trail system alone is well worth your time as a family, and you can ride your bike to the aquatic center using that trail system, depending on where you can get on. So enjoy talking with Parks and Rec. They do a great job with all of the facilities. The soccer complex, one of the best in the country. Kentstein Park, one of the most underrated ball facilities in Iowa. I know. I've played at a lot of different ballparks in the state of Iowa, and I've coached at a lot of different ballparks in the state of Iowa. Kentstein Park and Tom Bruner Field, some of the best facilities out there. So be proud of our parks, take care of them, and enjoy them as we get into the warm weather season. And again, it's gonna be a throwdown. It's gonna be Kingpin style. We need to get a soundtrack going. Me against Chef Tess, head-to-head tomorrow on Hy-Vee Today. And we'll have some special guest judges that I think we're going to have from the high school. And we'll unveil those folks tomorrow morning to you as well. Day number 4, Joel Krausar from Affordable Metal Manufacturing. Again, shameless plug. We talked a little bit about some of the buildings that we can do at Affordable Metal yesterday with Russ Miller, the owner of Affordable Metal. 10% off your building through the month of June. So it doesn't mean you have to have it put up yet. You just need to buy it. We can get you set up with a new garage, a new pole barn. Maybe you want to build a house. You get us the down payment on that building by the end of June, and we'll get you 10% off that building, which is a huge savings when you think about some of the scope of these projects, and it's a total package. So come see me at Affordable Metal Manufacturing. You can call us at 563-264-8212, or you can find us at affordablemetalmfg.com. That's going to do it for Hy-Vee Today this morning, and don't forget, graduation cakes and all your bakery needs here at your Hy-Vee Bakery. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning, where I mop the floor with Chef Tess in a burger battle. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Thanks for watching Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We'll do it again tomorrow with more local guests from in and around the Muscatine community. Questions, comments, know a great guest? Reach out to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone on Facebook or via email, hyveetoday@gmail.com.